Hey yo, what up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. I had to switch over to my podcast because I don't understand. I told y'all starting years ago because like all of the conversations I had, right, and through the years, all the conversations I had, it's been very, very like weird. Let me say this: Facebook has really been weird. After a while, because I had so much traction and was talking to people, Facebook made it very weird for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they made it super weird. Hold on a second. I need my camera to stop. Hold on. This be tripping. Hold on, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, all right, we good. All right, so I was talking this morning. I had to switch over to my podcast. For some reason, Facebook always stopped me from talking. Like even yesterday, halfway through, they cut me off. That's what I know. You know, Facebook, you gotta be careful when you're speaking about shit online. Stop, you know what I'm saying? That shit weak. But what I was saying, because I don't know how much I was talking about generational wealth, how bad we don't work together, how easy it really is for us to, in one lifetime, to grow. And we all get out of this hobby, circumstance. We all not gonna work together, and we ain't even got no wherewithal to be able to do teamwork. Like you gotta think about how fucked up mentally a people are who can't do the basics to work together. Because I don't know how much I heard when I was going earlier because I know he cut my feet off and I know nobody can hear me. What I was trying to explain was the fact of why don't we work together in our own family? Why are we so focused on just continuing work for ourselves? You know what I'm saying? It's rare. I see a lot of people got houses, but we'll go buy some shit with a stranger, which is our husbands and our wives and shit. And I pretty much know the answer why, right? I can relate. But we won't go with our family or our siblings and buy no land. Why is that? Because of how we deal with each other, how we feel about each other. Trying to get this shit to stop. Tripping. Here we go. Why is that? But I keep asking, like, time after time, why is it so hard to work together? More importantly, why is it so hard to work together? So every day, I watch people get up and go to work every day and grind. And I know deep down inside, most of y'all gonna die with nothing, right? Ain't even gonna have enough money to bury y'all motherfucking self. Cash out anything. So the cycle keeps continuing because nobody told you, right? And that's what I was saying earlier. This tax time coming up. All this fucking money going to these black women. Where this money going? The wigs and shit. Because nobody told y'all to take that money and go buy y'all some acres, or acres at least an acre or two. Go buy you 1 year, buy you acre. Next year, put something on another 3, 4 thousand. Put a down payment, start paying off monthly for whatever you put it. You put a trailer, whatever the case. You want to start saving to build a house, do whatever. But staying in apartments and comfort again, like the food stamps to keep you going, all of that shit, Medicaid, all that shit, and we comfortable on that shit. You know what I'm saying? As much as people want to say, "Oh, I need this and that," no, I'm comfortable on that shit. I don't see a lot of we do a lot of talking, but we're not really interested in doing a lot of fixing, and that's what we about. We do a lot of talking. We'll run our mouth like yeah, but we ain't about to do shit. Listen, motherfuckers not even real with their own children. You think they about to be real with you? Niggas struggle being real with themselves, and you think they about to be real with you? People playing and wasting time in the world. And the sad part is that it's us that's letting them. So my question is, how do you build generational wealth? And I'm asking, what is it that you would have to do as somebody with your family, should I say, in order to gain what you gain at the end of the day? If you want me to be real with you, and I'm speaking because it's something I'm thinking about. All the women out there, you want to know why they act the way they act? We don't trust y'all. You don't trust y'all. And you don't trust y'all because of all of the bullshit that has happened. Just like how when I sit down and I sit down with the women that's open minded and they say the same thing. Guess what? We don't trust y'all either. right? But we can't build. And why are we so selfish? Because I'm looking at it, look, whether you got kids or not, I've been asking for years. It's too much tax money going through black women's hands. And then at the end of 10 years old, nobody helped me. I'm like, yo, you done touched. If you a black woman with kids, you have touched in your lifetime. If you got one kid, you done touched about 100 bands easy. You don't even realize it. And by the time the kid get older, if you got multiple kids, you done touch some shit. And it's still, we still living in the hood, still fucked up because our bad spending habits and shit, right? So and that's why I'm having this conversation now. Taxes coming. What the fuck I gonna do? Prove me wrong. Hope I see a bunch of black women saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna prove him wrong." Go put that 5 bands down on an acre, and that's in like the city. You probably can put 5 bands down somewhere, a box of land for somebody who's selling land, and probably 5, 6 bands get about 2 right if you know how to go. But if we keep talking about we want to be free, no, we don't, because we too afraid to separate and go get it on our own. Black women and black men, we too afraid to tell the welfare system, fuck you. We gonna go out here, we can go farm this shit. We gonna go do what we're supposed to do, but that ain't what people want. And I know that ain't what's on. Listen, as a man dealing with just out here in the field and business and dealing with other men, most niggas don't want shit. I'd be more disgusted because even most 90% of the niggas that I do fuck with who have bitches, they snakes and they only give a fuck about themselves. Even the so-called good niggas. That's why even them I be like, man, this nigga, man, the world fucked up. The so-called good nigga, he's selfish. He's a bitch too. He's a good friend. He's a good friend to everybody because he know how to work the room, but he really came to just take everything he could while he was benefiting for himself. If you done accepted people and never gave back like that, then you foul. So that's one of the things that I think is super crazy. It's something that we should address and shouldn't talk about. Sit my chair up, y'all. But I want to know, like, not just being funny or trying to be rude or disrespectful. And let me get in my Facebook chat because this is the thing. When I'm on a podcast, y'all, or when I this way, I'm like, I gotta look at both the feedback. There's a way where they supposed to bring all of these people to one. But I can tell you how. Hold on. But no, seriously, I'm on this because I wanted to make sure that we was all seeing everything that's posted. Hold on, y'all. So, like, what's the plan? And I'm having this conversation, and I want y'all to say something to me in the chat for anybody that's tapping in. What's the plan? I've heard so many talk about how they had this and if they had this, but what about this tax money? And what the fuck are y'all doing with it? By fashion. What's happening is this spiritually weak minded shit. Men and women. We all been there. We so used to not having, we go to the mall and you got 3 folks, you buy all of them, everything you're gonna try to get them everything they want because of our guilt of not getting what they want a lot of times. We can go to the store and there's nothing wrong with it because I've been in it. Spiritually, there's nothing wrong with it on a basic level, on a spiritual level, something wrong. What the fuck is we going out and buying jewelry and all of this extra shit and we don't own a motherfucking thing? Go back with all this nice shit, go put down a deposit on the part-time sound, go back up to the project. That's what we on. That's the type of time we on. But never not once when I look around, niggas talking about they got money and niggas still in apartments. Niggas stupid. It's men too. I know a lot of men. See, this is the thing about when you dealing with niggas had a bag, but you can't do nothing with it. Nigga, you gotta have a female or some way to get this shit so that you can tell you that shit don't mean nothing. Sometimes you can have a bag and still be in jail if you smart. Or a lot of people who got the bag that's running around living a life, that's why they indicted again. Because you can't spend that money without that shit backfiring. So what's the plan? What are people gonna do with this money? I'm giving game this morning. I done seen this shit. So many options. But we so stuck in the programming that we can't even see our way out of this shit. Right? Like We want to live the life we see on TV, and we want to live a life that ain't our life. We don't want to create our own life and wealth, but at the end of the day, you ain't never going to establish become a person that fits to others. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. All right, somebody help him. I'm just trying to understand because on a deeper level, y'all, and not trying to play nobody, and for the women that's real with themselves, think about how much money you done touched in taxes. Not just your work money, the kid credits and shit. Each, each child you had every year was damn near enough to buy an acre. Each kid. You got 3,500 at a time for a child. You could have bought an acre. See, the cars is cool and shit. Women like to buy clothes, cars, mental. And this is what niggas on. Like niggas done turn so feminine. Niggas got you know what I'm saying? Like like women and shit. But all that, the car wear and tear, and that's he paid all that money. This is the thing about cars. You buy a car right now, whether used or not. But if you get a car brand new and that shit was 30,000, 40,000, as soon as you drive it off the lot, that shit worth 30,000 in the first place. So that car gonna break down and it's gonna depreciate through the years. Everything you can, anything you can buy is gonna depreciate. Studio equipment and shit. Land, you can depreciate care of it all. But as far as it being destroyed, it's hard unless you really fuck your land up and really do shit. Land don't lose value when you buy it. So it's an asset, not a liability. Those are the goals. That's why I come forward to y'all like, what's the goals? Success. You talking about rap success. For me, my success didn't for other niggas. I don't speak for other people's successes when, like, you know what I'm saying, properties. That's where I plan on going as a person. Like, you got to start thinking, like, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? Especially in the day when hip hop full of shit. And I've been saying this for years. Like, it's money in it, but it ain't no real money. Now I'm trying to explain this to people. Like, it's money in hip hop. I want you to understand that shit y'all see on TV, that shit a illusion on average. And a lot of people don't want to be everybody. And then let me tell you why, real quick. Let me tell you why niggas gonna have to sign record deals. Because the music is horrible and trash. Nobody wanna hear that shit. So you gonna need them to help you push that shit to make it seem like this and that. But that's why. You know what I'm saying? We value everything that we can control. So that's why I was saying, tax side coming, what you doing? What you buying that makes sense? And I'll be in the feed in case. What are you buying that makes sense? Tax time. What is your goals 2025? Because everybody, I see everybody online talking all this other shit, other shit. Niggas don't own nothing. I ain't talking about no cars. That's a toy. Legal toy. You guys buying expensive toys. You can't live in that bitch. You can do certain things because if you in a car, just if you sleep in your car and do the heat and all that shit, shit. So a car not a good investment. If a car, if you already got land in a house, but niggas got cars, niggas got jewelry, niggas got everything, shit, and niggas walking around here. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. A lot. I'm talking about more on nothing. A lot of rap niggas that's famous and touch all this money, and they just spend it on the designer on these women. As soon as you lose it all, ain't none of them gonna be the fucking they nothing loyal to it. So that's why I say generational wealth. And what I was speaking on generational wealth is saying that we're so weak minded and spiritually in the wrong place that we can't even just use our brothers and sisters and our children and our mom and dad to establish just in one lifetime. Can you imagine how much you can obtain with all of y'all being on like 3, 4 acres, and everybody working and coming back, and everybody's gonna have a lot of money to themselves. But there should be a common goal. Like every time everybody get paid, everybody put like $200 in this shit over here. So everybody got to pay this 50 or whatever, and it's probably cheaper than that. We do it. It's way cheaper. It'd be like it's 890, y'all. Everybody be paying like 175. It'd be crazier than you think with the money y'all just off that little bit. So if y'all put 175 175 piece here, and that's three different pots of 175 times 10. Now, that's just the basic sauce. That'd be like, so that's one of the pots. The other pots are saving that nobody touched. and the other pot is the continue to accumulate to buy more land or to buy the things that we need to make our flourish. Right? Sometimes you people in the family or people on your team and in the block, the money they bring. This is what women make the mistake. Like if a nigga don't make more than me, nah, you can make the money and with your money. We fuck you spend your money wrong. You never gonna get richer. You just gonna stay in a position and constantly going back and forth from poverty to middle class. Men too. Sometimes you got a bag, but shorty gonna organize it for you. And you need somebody with a mind who gonna help you, right? The logic and misnomer like I need a motherfucker who got the bag. What happened to the motherfucker who got the brain? Because bag with no brain is just a bag with air in it. And y'all gonna be broken. Y'all ain't gonna really make it too far. And that's just being real. You know what I'm saying? That's just being 100% real about it. So that's why I asked, bro. And this the men too, the men that work jobs. Because I'm hearing that some men do, they playing their kids, what y'all gonna do with y'all bread? Pull up on niggas in apartments. You know what I'm saying? We all been on that shit. I'm not judging nobody. But you gotta have this feeling to be sick of this shit in order to get there. So the recommendation is let's talk. Let me tell you what I've been doing for the year off so y'all can handle my business right now. All right, boom. This whole time I was quiet, I had to ask myself this shit, like, all right, y'all get older, right? And as I'm getting older, what else can I do to be successful that what should I be focused on? That's what I'm asking myself all year. What do I want? What is success to me? And I started thinking, like, you know what, I'm gonna start buying, I'm gonna start doing more like land. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got dogs. But the land is important for my business with dogs because sometimes they like family, but at the same time, you can't run a dog business in these apartments and shit like that. It's too much hassle. Even you can't be renting houses and shit because then all the houses they got these policies, and I understand. Like if I'm a homeowner, I'm renting. I want you to have your dogs on my shit. They tear my shit up. You know, they got insurance, but that insurance is expensive. You know what I'm saying? But some homeowners could be real and like they could just demand for the person that's in the house to have to get insurance or something go wrong. But they don't want dogs in the field, you feel me, like in the house. And respectfully, I understand because that's where they money. That's like they money invested. So it's very important. In order to do what you want to do, you got to be in your own space. You can't do what you want to do because everything we do, we got to say that. We stay in apartments like, well, I stay in an apartment. You be there at some point, I always get ahead because they want to tell us what the fuck to do. I mean, I had to tell one complex I live in, like, yo, your maintenance man, can you just open my fucking door? First of all, I'm in the house. If I say, hold on, if I'm not home, you should figure out if I'm home or not. If you trying to fix something, you gotta notify me you coming and let me know. And so I had to argue with this complex, and I really had to shit. A lot of times it'd be women that be having to shit down. Women with power be, you know what I'm saying? And I had to tell her, at the end of the day, I had to tell her, like, respectfully, you can flex on me. But what if I was a woman who lived by myself and I was in the shower and I didn't hit the door? By law, you can't just come in my shit. You gotta give me a one now. If you done let her doing all this stuff and then you knock and ain't nobody answer, like that don't mean it's 1, 2, 3, wait 5 seconds to open the fucking door. And that's what the fuck these maintenance men and shit doing. So I be checking these fat motherfuckers or these creepy ass like, yo, don't you ever open my door again. I tell them just like that. A lot of times you come my shit, legal pistols on the dress like, yo, don't you ever open my motherfucking door again in your life. You know what I'm saying? I beat that shit. Don't you just and then the keys in the door. What is your problem? So that's the reason why when y'all live by yourself, y'all gotta worry about this. And you gotta know your rights. You gotta know certain shit. I first I got on my journey, started talking about law and all that shit, like doing all this, and it's always been a problem. And it's been more of a problem to women. Like I would assume that my knowledge would have made my women proud of me, right? And some are, but nigga, he know it all. See, that's the problem with you black men. Y'all too woke. I can't stand a woke black man. You can't teach him nothing. You want to sleep, nigga? But you don't like the fact that you can't run me around like you run them stupid niggas around. Or you don't like the fact that I'm spiritually aware, right? And when we talk about emotional intelligence actually, like sir, I noticed that often you have to be intelligent enough to know when somebody's trying to play you. Often niggas be around. I see it every day. I go around people chilling with them and they people. And niggas really be trying to play their mans and shit. Cause you gotta, if your man really like, you really respect your man's not gonna do you like that. Your homegirl not gonna do you like that. And often, it's often you have to be intelligent enough to know when somebody's trying to play. A lot of people hang out with people that don't fuck with you. And you really the joker. You really, it ain't even about if they better than you or not. It's just the energy they on. You really the joke. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that y'all understand what I'm trying to do. Well, before the money is gonna start with the mind. So I always came in with the family, yo, black man mindset fucked up on average. Black woman mindset fucked up on average. And we talking about 95 to 97%. And it's not because we can't know. We're in the age of information. So now we got the information, but like we said on the radio, nobody gives a fuck. So, you know, it's like that. So I never forget that song I seen 2 years ago. This shit fucked me up because I get it because they're young, but somebody should have told these little niggas, it's a drill song. And then they're like, yo, nigga ain't rapping for my wealth and the beat pause and all his homies like 50 of them. And they was like, and if you talk positive, keep that purchase shit to yourself. We wonder why y'all niggas coming like that. Real shit. Niggas running around here, niggas' mamas is enabling this. Niggas' mothers enable their sons to be drug dealers the same way y'all enable y'all niggas to be. Y'all men, when y'all meet y'all men and they business, that's, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I know what I'm trying to get their niggas out the streets. But a lot of time when that money good, that money good. And then they have sons or the men in the household, and then that son, you tell him he the man of the house, and now he's gonna go out and start trapping and bringing in that dollar in. And so that's when he take on another burden that he only know from running with his woman. Right? Remember black women, right? Remember, your sons will have a wife one day, but it's not you. You don't own these children. Black men, these daughters will have a husband one day. They will replace your ass. Your bond with your daughter or your son. So I'm talking to black men. Your bond with your daughter, you're supposed to make that as pure as possible. But you shouldn't be so much in her fucking way that you suffocate in the marriage. Right? Now you got a right to do what you do, but you also got to back the fuck up. The only woman you got the right to guard her shit, her vagina, is your wife. Your daughter, you got the right to play safety, goalie, all of that shit. When she gets a certain age, you gotta use your mind and your words. This is about what you instilled in her. I don't give a fuck what father you is. Your daughter still gonna do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Still gonna do some shit. Just like your son still gonna do some shit. But we illogical with our children. And we not pushing them no more. Like I sit around and see the kids like who, and I'm speaking, I'm not talking about personally, I'll watch when I'm out and about. We see our kids talented as shit. Do we feed it though? Our kids talented as shit. Do we feed the shit though? Our kids got potential in hell. Our job is once we recognize the genius, to feed the genius. The only difference between them kids, like you know, them kids, geniuses and prodigies, what happened was it was something that happened when them kids was 1 or 2 or 3. And their mother and father was paying attention. So their mother and father said, yo, that's not normal. You know, it's ABCs at 5 months. He said his first word, like, you got to recognize it. Like my niece was 4 months old, right? And I give that my niece was 4 months old, and I went to her, and now she barely got complete function. She's technically, that's what they say. And I go to her with some food, and I go to give it to her, and she try to reach for it. And I'm like, you want this? You want this? And she said, right? And so she would say that, but when I go to hand it to her, I would take it and switch it and put my other hand to her. And each time she would like smack it. So at first, So I did it for like 10 minutes fucking with her, and I was like, this one or this one. Now she's 5 months. She can't talk. This one or this one or this one. She said, this one. I looked at my sister like, I knew then my niece was gifted. If we don't feed that shit, then that genius is going to manifest in other ways. This is what's going on in the black community. The black boys are so destructive and so bad because we don't feed it. And let me and not comparing our children to dogs, but yeah, I am. Because nature is nature. I ain't want to say, look at that children to dog. That's because you're weak minded. Man or woman that feel like that. Respectfully, what I mean by that is that God created everything equal. Nature, whatever you believe with religion or not, I'm just saying nature created everything on an equal accord. Man is not better than a fish, a bug, a plant, or nothing. Right? So I want to be straight about that because when you look at nature, you'll get a better understanding. When I look at my dogs, it's different personality to my bullies and my bulldogs, but it's still a similarity line amongst them. When they're babies, when we're not paying attention to them and they're doing other shit, and like they got a lot of time, like when you're not walking them and keeping them mentally stimulated, they become destructive. They tear up the bottom of the cages, they try to shoot through your floor, they will destroy your shit because they're bored. Same thing with a child, right? My dogs at times, if I don't cater to how they with the things they need to keep their mind occupied, then they're gonna put that energy into being destructive. That's why the black boy in the hood is destructive. That's why we tearing shit up. That's not saying that's the woman's fault completely, but you gotta redirect that energy. That's why a lot of street niggas play football. If mom reckon, okay, he like tearing shit up, take his ass to football. Let him tear some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Let him get into some shit that's gonna allow him to use that energy. And then I'd also be trying to say, stop with this ADHD shit and all this other shit because all of them labels they try to put on me as a kid, my mama fought and fought and fought and fought like nothing wrong and thankful she fought. But it's a lot of people who moms or dad don't. You know their kids ain't slow, but they be like, I'm about to get a check. Since you want to act crazy, with that check, fuck you. Let me tell you what that check is. Let's say my mama was spiritually weak and didn't know about it. And she allowed them to do all of this stuff, like ADHD, all of this shit. And you see how I'm talking right now? How when I speak, and the more I gave a crowd of speaking a lot knowledge information, they'll come get me and say yes because of what she did when I was a kid. She gave them legal right to dictate that I'm not in a good state mentally for that check. So now anytime they can just come in. So when you see revolutionaries getting put in psych wars and you know what I'm saying, it's because of things that happened in their childhood. Their parents was doing it. It's real. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful when you raise your kids because I always tell people to tell my kid, you sit in the crib, you mad at him because this nigga just bouncing around the room. Like, sit the fuck down. And if they would have put my basketball went on be what it is today. He got all that energy for a reason, and you need to let him tap into it. You know, unfortunately, you know, sitting down and shit like that, that's a feminine system. It's a feminine way of learning when you learn. That's why I say it's very simple. When I started really learning, just like the more we did, we learned like some way. Y'all know why men fail in school? Because sitting in a classroom is the female way of learning. If you study Africa's teachings and teaching, the boys was outside and they stood up. If it's not cold, they standing up and it's the act of learning. Men learn more from working with each other, more than sitting in a room in the way that we learn today. And women learn from sitting in the classroom. The style favors to the comfortability of silence, solidarity, right? And that's the difference. But the sad part is I can come up here and I can talk to my face fucking blue. And the reality is we still gonna do what we do. And I say that because there's a certain line of knowledge and respect that I'm gonna give, and there's a certain line that I just ain't. I seen Malcolm and Martin what they sacrificed. I look at what y'all niggas doing right now. Fuck them, like if I was Malcolm kid, I wouldn't even fuck with niggas. Y'all niggas embarrassing. Y'all disgrace. My dad for this because my father believed that black people really wanted something in life. I'm sad to tell y'all this. Most of the motherfuckers they just want to get over. Shorty, she just want to fuck with a nigga who's gonna make her life easy. He just want to mess with it. It's gonna make his life easier. He don't mean no well. She don't mean no well. And that's what, girl. If he ain't got no money, leave him alone. That's what you know what I'm saying? Niggas show that this is gonna do this and that, and y'all niggas gonna die alone. It gotta be a 50-50. And then you know the sad part about niggas 30 to 60 right now, niggas ain't working on themselves. Niggas just trying to keep the resources. Right? That's why I say all the time, there's a chance. And I want anybody that watch me notice the real estate in the world. Unfortunately, if you're a black person, there's a chance that the people around you may never fucking grow up. There's a chance that the people around you may never ever apologize and be righteous with you about the shit that's going on. Feel me? It's a good chance that the people will never, ever, ever, ever do right by you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's super important for us to understand the whole story and the breakdown of who we are and what we're doing. Hey, good day, bro. That's what I asked, man. Like, what's the goal? So I say 2025, man. Everybody watch me. I would like, I hope that y'all be more interactive. And I realize that's I would like the people that do tap in and watch to be more interactive and not be afraid. Because I meet people all the time. Like, I meet hundreds of people. And they tell me, like, man, I watched your combos or your podcast, but it's like, don't be afraid to chime in and hit the like. Like, even if you don't comment, hit the likes and you know what I'm saying, share the video so other people can get it. Even if you don't comment. But remember, learning isn't always about people having to know, but you know, state your claim. Be realistic with yourself. But my goal is saying I hope that y'all be real with yourself and I hope that y'all really focused on being the best you can be. And I hope that this year that you can get everything that you desire. But the key is this. You gotta fix the mistakes that you made the last couple of years. You gotta make better choices. And then we gotta start caring because the world around us is changing fast. The world around us is changing so fast. We don't know if this shit with these drones is UFOs or whatever. We don't know if they playing games with us. We don't know what's going on with the presidency and Donald Trump. We don't know the state of America, with racism, and all the shit going on. So we gotta be careful. So you know, I have to hold y'all one up and get out of here because I know Facebook been fucking with me. So that's why I came to the podcast to finish the conversation. But we out. BH.